I gotta tell this story, bro. How good God is. I ran out of insulin yesterday, and this lady drove 3 hours to bring me insulin.
ClowdyWorld, and man, y'all gonna love me. We talking about Boosie heavy today. So look, Boosie just got blessed, and we breaking it down.
And when she got here, I tried to pay her. She said, "I don't want your money." She just took a picture and left. This lady went around the corner and won $10,000 on a scratch-off. Right after she left here, she went right around the corner and won $10,000 on a scratch-off.
Boosie ran out of insulin, and a nice lady was willing to drive 3 hours to bring him insulin for free. The same lady was then awarded and won $10,000 on a scratch off after leaving Boosie's house. Again, she did not want any payment from Boosie. Ain't it great how God worked, man? Now we gotta talk about this, man, because honestly, this is beautiful, bro. I feel like stories like this don't just show the beauty in the world, but it also shows just how important it is to, be a good person and, to not always have your hand out, because God can have way bigger blessings than your hands could ever feel. And I think that's really cool thing about all these things overall is that Boosie seems like someone who's beat the odds countless times. He was facing, that thing that ain't life in prison. He was facing that serious thing, and he beat it, man. And then he faces something serious like diabetes, and bro, someone just comes in and not only shows him love, but does it out of the compassion and kindness in their heart, man. I feel like Boosie's one of them people that he really prides people on that type of stuff, and I feel like he's someone I think that constantly gets humbled in a good way, where I feel like the good of society often shows its light on him a lot. There was another case recently I remember where someone had basically been his waiter, and it was a young black man, and basically Boosie was like, "Hey, I would like a drink of, I think, Coke or Pepsi. Don't get mad at me if I don't remember which one." But the dude said, "Oh, I don't think we serve that here." And so Boosie said, "There will be a nice, very generous tip for the person that gets me that Coke, and I'd like it with a glass of ice." And that man did the say less. He went and got the thing, got it for him perfectly. And right at the end of the thing, Boosie just pulls out wads of hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He just kept counting them and counting them and counting them and counting them. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. And he left him a clearly very thick tip, at least a good band or so. And so I feel like things like that are never, not only unappreciated, but never, misunderstood. And I think that that's why Boosie's going to continue to take W's. I know people are going to say, "Oh, wait, didn't you just say he was this or not as relevant?" Look, two things can be true. Boosie can still be working on and grinding and still being someone that's known in the industry, but can still also not have as much buzz as he did back in the day. He can have more buzz for being known for different things now, but rap buzz and being known for being a public figure are different. That's my only stance on that. I'm team Boosie all day. So let's get back to it though, because like I said, man, this Boosie story to me is just one of the most recent examples of, I don't like to get too this or that, but that's some real God talk, man. Like, you could have been on your door, you could have passed away, God forbid, God forbid, things like that, but it could have been serious, and someone just chose to save this man's life, to go out of their way and drive 3 hours, man. 3 hours just to do that for someone that they care about. I feel like stuff like this is just so underappreciated, man, because we'll love this type of stuff when it's to someone so super duper uber known, or we love to hear about these stories where it's like bad things happening, but where are we when it's the good stories happening and the good times, and just appreciating this stuff for what it is, and valuing time and appreciating the work he put in. Like Boosie, man, he's a GOAT, bruh. Dropped a lot of good music, platinum songs, established something for himself in the industry. But you never know, we're all just human, man. We all just human. One illness, one sickness, one bad day, one wrong time, it could be in the end for any of us, man. And I feel like this just showed not only kindness in this young woman, and I'm so glad that this beautiful woman was blessed, and it makes me want to do better too, man. It makes me want to see the next person to help them out. And I say that because people will always say, well, why do these people tell these stories or show these acts of kindness? And used to be one of those people. I used to feel like it would be weird all the time when you see people doing these generous acts, and you know, whether they did it intentionally or not, you knew that camera was also a driving factor of it, and it can make you feel like, what's the kindness in not showing it? And everyone would love to be a Cat Williams, where in 15-20 years people just open up and show how much they care and love for you. But many people are vain, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're all human and we all have emotions. Sometimes we want to be thanked, sometimes we want to feel appreciated. Is it right to put a $4,000 camera in front of someone starving? Of course not. But am I wrong to say that they're wrong for wanting to showcase, you know, bring more awareness for doing a good thing? It's a real double-sided sword. And I feel like instead of trying to argue is it good or wrong to feed the people, feed the people. I've always been one of those people. I remember when I was in school, man, and I was trying to give back and donate. And I wanted to donate some time, and I wanted to donate some food. And at this time, I was in a group which could do that, but they literally told me we could not donate to this people because they were outside of a certain area. Now I'm a resident in that area, the area affected, but because this is in this area and this is in this area that are in the same city, but technically a different town, the weird wonky stuff like that they couldn't legally give it out and could be potentially affected by the law. And that made me so angry, because I'm thinking, is the law going to be making sure are they going to stop and say this food can't be fed to this homeless person on this date? In my head, I'm thinking like, bro, if I go and feed these people one by one the same thing, nothing happens. So why is it when a group of us do it, we got to make sure it's legal or not legal? Stuff like that as a kid makes no sense to you, and as an adult it really don't make no sense to you, but you understand the concepts of it so that you don't stress over it. But that type of stuff is what, you know, would make me question things like that, where what's the point of doing good or wanting to do good when there's a limit on it? Or what's the point of wanting to help out when you can only help out in a way other people see fit? It made me ask a lot of questions, and I'm glad that in this situation that woman didn't question anything. She just went and helped and was a good person and just did the right thing. And I think that's what it's all about, you know. I feel like maybe that's what I need to learn more about, and maybe that's something that we can all learn more about, which is to just try to be more compassionate, try to show some more love, and, you know, try to show and be a little bit more like Boosie Boo. But nah, man, overall, just I'd love to know what y'all think about this, man. I feel like this reminds me that, you know, shout out to the old heads doing their thing, shout out to the beautiful quote unquote young women that are out there too, that are doing their thing too. You know, I don't want to call another old person that type of word when it's a young woman doing her thing. So blessings to her, blessings to that amazing young woman for winning that $10,000 by God, blessings to that woman for still doing her part, and blessings to Boosie, man. I hope that man make a smooth little recovery and come back going crazy, dog. So let me know what y'all thinking, bruh. Is Boosie a real one? Is Boosie a GOAT? Is Boosie a this, that, the other? How do y'all feel on Boosie as a whole? And what do y'all think about this mysterious woman driving a whole 3 hours to another city just to show love and help Boosie Boo breathe another day? ClowdyWorld, and let me know in the comment section, man. Big bangers this week, and I appreciate y'all for getting the views up and going crazy. ClowdyWorld, and we gone.
Man, God good, bro. I appreciate you, lady. And God appreciated you. That's why he blessed you like that. I appreciate that. You deserve it, bro. I was up.